On this second episode of Who on Earth Is, I'm here to answer one simple question. Who on earth is Choker? Not a lot is known about Choker currently. So far in his short career, he's managed to avoid most interviews and has not yet delved into the world of live performances or even music videos. Yet he's an artist that is fast gaining internet popularity. So here's what we do know. His real name's Chris, he's 22 years old, and he's from Detroit, Michigan, in the United States. He's been gaining popularity since around 2016, and the vast majority of his music is self-produced, including the entirety of his debut album, Peak, minus a few of the brass instruments. He first started playing music when he got FL Studio. He bought himself a MIDI keyboard and he went from there. His debut album, Peak, was released in December of 2017 and was a concise 10-track project that garnered the young singer his first major recognition. He did release a project prior to this, known as Die Slow, but has since removed all trace of it from the internet. The only release I'm able to find prior to this is a song called In Love With You, which can be found on his SoundCloud. Choker's sound is hard to pin down. His bass is quite clearly in R&B, but from here he ventures off, experimenting with a multitude of other genres, often stepping into more psychedelic sounds. The way one song starts won't be how it ends. Here's a clip of one of my favourite songs from his debut album. It's called Diorama. He has quite often been compared to Frank Ocean. I feel this is justified in some senses, particularly his vocal tone stands out as Frank Ocean-esque, and as you listen further it's clear that Frank has had an influence in terms of song structures and the way the production is crafted. But this isn't something Choker shies away from. In an interview with Pigeons and Planes he says, "I think any kid putting out music on the internet in this current climate would be lying if they said that Future wasn't an influence in some way, shape or form." Of course I'm inspired by him though. He's one of few widely known and established artists that constantly changes towards the unexplored. I'm cool with being compared to someone I respect. Choker is an artist in the early stages of his journey, and it's only natural to sound a bit like other musicians. Just look at the early work of Travis Scott and Young Thug. Both of these rappers started out as virtual copies of their influences, and have since progressed to become genre-defining artists within their own right. I believe this is going to be the case for Choker too. He has a lot of room to progress forward from where he's made his mark with Peak. His most recent album, released July 2018, just 8 months after Peak, demonstrates this progression. Coming in at 14 track longs, Honey Bloom is a very similar sound, yet builds upon the foundation laid out on Peak. It reaffirms the notion that Choker rarely is concerned with pushing the boundaries. Let's just take a listen to the first couple of seconds of the opening track. This track on the album it opens up evolves way further than this small snippet, but that's for you to go and enjoy yourself. I'd recommend starting off with his first album Peak, after all it's not even a year old yet, and then progressing on to Honey Bloom from there. In summary, it's very much early days for Choker, but with 2 projects under his belt in less than a year, and averaging in the tens to hundreds of thousands of plays on Spotify without the help of music videos or live performances, it's evident he has a strong work ethic, and people are enjoying the music for its own merit. It's very exciting to think, when he does come into the public eye, how he's going to progress from here. I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you found it interesting or useful, please feel free to drop a like and maybe even subscribe. I have to admit, it was kind of difficult trying to put together footage for an artist who doesn't have any video footage of themselves online. Hopefully whoever I choose next time won't be such an elusive character.